banks in that regard. I'm sure within the next 1 month or so, we should be able to hedge a portion, of our stock. It is a portion of our stock we are targeting, and we will be happy to make that known when we conclude the effort. Bernard?
Yes, please, Governor, that concludes the second round of questions. So we go into the last round of questions. Let's see if there will be any residuals. The whole idea is to finish by 4 o'clock, make the MPC press briefings very snappy, all done within an hour, and the governor was right on time by 3 o'clock, catching most of you off guard. So yes, I can't see. Please, if you switch your mic on, I'll be able to, yes, go ahead.
Okay, good morning. My name is Emmanuel Bruce from Reuters. The BMI, a unit under Fitch, has cautioned that Ghana and other central banks on the continent who have added gold to their reserves could face some liquidity and price shocks should gold prices begin to drop. I want to find out if this is a risk that has come to the attention of the central bank, and in the immediate term, do you have any plans of shifting strategy, or you still continue to buy gold as reserves? And I also just want to find out if the 300 cut is the biggest cut in the history of the BOG.
Right, thank you. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. The name is Justice Lee Aduboy. I'm from the Shinwa News Agency. Governor, I would like to pick your thought on this. Some economists believe that for some of the economic initiatives that both the previous and current governments have been introducing, for instance, 1D, 1F, 24-hour economy, and then for Ghanaian SMEs to benefit from the AFCFTA, there is the need for tiered banking in Ghana. But some also argue that we already have a tiered banking using the NBFIs, etc., who also give credit to. So what is the bank's position on this? Now, is there any plan to do a tiered banking among the commercial banks? Secondly, has your data brought out any, perhaps, impact of the U.S. government's recent tariff imposition on our traditional and non-traditional exports so far? Thank you.
I was tempted to say this is the end of the round, but I know the governor will not agree with me. So please keep your questions snappy and one at a time. We already have 4 questions for the 2. Yes, Moses is there. Moses.
Please. Good afternoon, Governor. My name is Thomas Imeri from Corporate Guardian Magazine. Governor, now we have a situation where dollars have become cheaper to buy because of the improvement in the exchange rates. Now, with the 300 basis point drop in the monetary policy rate, credit becomes cheaper. What is the Bank of Ghana doing to ensure that its own forex, which it puts on the market, is not now used to finance imports which don't help in the restructuring of the economy, in terms of the fact that I'm talking about imports or like consumer goods which we can produce locally? Because in the past, history has shown us that not only when the exchange rate gains, they are nullified by the fact that there's an increase in demand for the forex. And that increased demand goes into importing things which now make the exchange rate fall back to where it was before.
Thank you, Thomas. Yes.
Thank you, Governor. My name is Mark Byron with UTV. Governor, please, the Bank of Ghana is 60 years, and we are celebrating the city. I want to ask this question for the grassroots person who cares so much about the smaller denominations that some people are rejecting in the market. It's worrying. I want to find out whether you have outlawed it or what's your concern or advice to the public. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mr. Governor. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Otabil. Oh,
Sorry, I wanted to ask another question.
Oh, yes, just let's conclude with you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's conclude with Bloomberg. You all agree this is the last question for the rounds, right? Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mr. Otoville, and thanks for your patience. Governor, the black market phenomenon, it's something that ponders my mind a bit to wonder. Is it illegal, or what is it that it looks as though we all know about it, but we let it fester? A scene is always represented to us when you get down from Kotoka International Airport. Before you get to where an airport police station, sandwiched between them are these people who are trading in dollars. They are foreigners. And given the status of the porousness of our borders, I wonder how they come by these things. And they're also able to affect the market, whichever way we may look at it. What can you do about it?
Thank you very much, Governor. That's the end of the round. Thank you.
I was waiting to hear from Moses. So Moses, you can still come after this round.
I hear you. Thank you, Governor.
Has he already spoken? Moses.
Yes, Governor. I'm here. ECHO has asked most of the questions from Bloomberg, so
you don't have any more?
I have one intriguing one.
Please ask.
What was the range of the rate cuts that the members of the committee proposed before finally settling on 300 basis points? Thank you.
Majority was a majority. Sorry. Okay, so if I can start with Mozart's question. As you know, currently we work with the majority decision. Range of, votes. It was close. Surprisingly, this time it was close. And as we do on Monday, we will publish the submissions by each MPC member. You see it in the dailies on Monday so that you can follow, reasons why they voted for what they voted for. The black market phenomenon, well, the black market is supposed to be a marginal market, serving small, sums, small changes and the likes. It is something that has been with us for quite some time. It is also something that prevails, across the sub-region. Now, apart from the black market, we also have the Forex Bureau, which is a separate market, and then you have the interbank. The banks, have their own Forex market as well. The main, if you look at it in terms of size, the interbank market is the real thing. The Forex Bureau and the black market are supposed to cater for, a marginal size of the market. Now, what you also observe is that when there are macroeconomic challenges in the economy, that's when you see black market activity on the rise. Currently, yes, we are hearing reports. We are following through. We are taking a number of measures. I mentioned that yesterday we issued a notice which is aimed at improving on the supply, improving on the inflows of Forex. We are following through with additional measures. Once these begin to yield fruits, you'll see some stability. Of course, you will not be able to take them out completely because the black market operators, what if they operate from their bedrooms? You are not going to go into their bedrooms to take them out. They are part of economic activity. However, they should be operating in the margins. Once we do what we have to do, we believe that the activities of the black market operators will be minimized. I'm hopeful that answers your question. Yes. Then, Thomas. Thomas was asking about what we are doing to ensure that Forex liquidity is used for the right purpose. Is that it? Okay, so as I mentioned, we We support banks almost on a daily basis. What that means is that we credit their Nostro accounts, and with that, they are supposed to pay for your imports. We do that regularly. But aside that, we also support the market in some other ways, and we make sure that whatever support we give to the banks are used for specific purposes, as they have, indicated in their request. So that we make sure. Yes, I agree with you. There's always room for improvement, and we are doing just that. Throughout this week, we've held a number of, staff level meetings. We have identified a number of measures we need to implement. We have seen ways in which we can tighten the FX market. We don't intend to impose controls. What we intend to ensure is that there aren't too many leakages. And with that, there should be stability in the market. Someone asked about the cedi assiste and the fact that the lower denomination coins are being rejected. That issue has come up, earlier, and we are looking into it. Rest assured, we'll find a solution to it. But remember, the notes and the coins that we have issued out there, they are valid for settlement of debts. They are valid for payments for goods and services. And we are urging Ghanaians to accept them. This is our currency. This is our notes and coins. We must accept those for any transactions. cedi at 60, the launch is next week, Friday. We are inviting the media. His Excellency, the President, will be there. And as I mentioned, we want to make that bold statement that the cedi is the only legal tender for economic transactions in Ghana. If we all choose to operate, in the cedi zone, it makes our work easier. It makes our monetary policy more effective, and it helps in several other ways. We will need the media to drive this campaign. I always cite the example of South Africa. I cite the example of, Kenya, several other African countries like us. They used their currency, and we want the same, kind of behavior right here in Ghana. Then the tiered, whether there should be tiered banking in Ghana, you said it yourself, that the system is already tiered. We have SDIs, different levels of capitalization. And so the system is already tiered. The question as to whether we should tier the banking industry or not, we don't have any such plans. The focus currently is to make sure that by the end of the year, all banks are adequately capitalized. And that is what is important. All banks are adequately capitalized. So we do not have those plans as of now. Then the next one is the potential impact of U.S. government tariffs position. The good part is our exports to the U.S., as a ratio of total exports is very small. It's just around 3.5%. So therefore, those tariff issues, in terms of impact, should be minimal going forward. But that said, we need to pay attention to the tariff issues, because remember, the AGUA and all the other, U.S. trade, schemes, those were, good opportunities for us to exploit. And so, yes, we must continue to be interested in developing our exports to the U.S. Then the very last one, Emmanuel, commodity price shocks. Yes, we are heavily exposed to movements in commodity prices. And as you rightly said, any sharp price drops could have impact for our international reserves. That is why we are starting with the hedging program. That's one of the ways to protect ourselves against those destabilizing shocks. But beyond that, the issues about processing, increasing the level of processing, of our exports, the need to diversify our export base. Those are the key measures that we can take as a country in order to improve on the level of vulnerability that exists currently. Then the final one you asked was whether the 300 basis points cut is the biggest in the history of the Bank of Ghana. And my answer is yes. This is the largest cut we have had. But also remember that the disinflation we have seen in the last 5 months or so probably is also the sharpest in the history of Bank of Ghana. And so it should not be surprising at all. But before I end that round, let me emphasize that the black market is in fact illegal, much as we do not expect them, to disappear. Remember that they are not licensed. It is illegal. It's operating informally. Only the licensed forex bureau are allowed to deal in the buying and selling of foreign currency. The black market is illegal. I thought I should emphasize that. And so with that, Bernard, if I haven't left any question out, we can probably take one more round or probably two more questions and then we can.
This is directly from the governor. What can I say? But please still keep your questions straight to the point and don't repeat a question that has already been asked just because you want to be heard. Okay? So, Lord.
All right. Thank you very much. Lord Nate here once again. Governor, please, I want to ask a question about pricing in dollars in Ghana. Recently, you issued a statement where you cautioned against pricing in dollars in Ghana. Now, the others are saying that the Bank of Ghana, we outside are crying about dollarization of the economy. The Bank of Ghana should not join us in crying. They should rather take the step to deal with the people pricing in dollars outside. So I want to ask you, what step are you taking to liaise with the security agencies to deal with those pricing in dollars in Ghana as it violates our laws in this country? Thank you.
Well, yes. Okay. Maybe one more before I come.
Yes, one more.
Governor, my name is Joshua Milano with the Business and Financial Times. So in recent times, we have realized that the MPC has adopted a strategy of openness and transparency. And I would want to understand the effect of this strategy in terms of the inflation expectations, and how has this also impacted the inflation dynamics? All right, thank you.
Right, so we'll take the very, very last question for this round of MPC. Thank you.
All right, so my question is about the gold coin. Just a little update on how it's faring so that we can probably know. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the golden question, Mr. Chairman.
Sorry, I did not get that clear. Can he...
How the gold coin is faring?
Oh, the gold coin.
Yes.
Okay, so let me start with that. Admittedly, even though there's a lot of interest in the gold coin, we think that we need to relaunch it. And so as part of the CD at 60 programs, we are going to be, relaunching the gold coin program. Lots of people have been asking. We keep getting requests. And so rest assured, we are coming back stronger on that program. We think that every Ghanaian, no matter how much you have in your savings, should be able to buy gold, should be able to buy some form of gold. And that's exactly what the gold coins are intended to achieve. Now, Joshua, you're asking about our greater openness and transparency. So the word is credibility. When you are open, when you are transparent, you are credible. So that is what we've been doing. Various groups, they come in to observe some aspects of the MPC's process. It's not every session they are allowed to sit in, and I must emphasize. There are sessions that are a bit confidential, and so we do, ask them to take leave of us. But the essence is for them to appreciate the depth of the analysis, for them to appreciate the amount of work that goes into this. It's not as simple as just announcing a new rate, but it's a lot of presentations that are made, lots of questions that are asked and answered before, as a committee, we are able to settle on a particular decision. So far, the feedback from those that have been attending has been positive. They think that they are better informed as at now. Of course, if they offer advice, we welcome those contributions to strengthen the framework. And we will continue to invite various groups, just to visit us once, and then you see what goes on, and then you go. We think that it is beneficial for even students in school who need to understand this even before they start their corporate life, should be able to, visit us and see these in action. So we will continue on that front. Then pricing in dollars. I did not quite get your question. Yes, I've been advising Ghanaians to price in the local currency. And let me take the opportunity to again do that. Unless you've been given the permission to price in the US dollar, unless the Bank of Ghana has given you written permission to issue invoices in the US dollar, please always issue your invoices in the cedi. Enforcement, yes. In the past, we were active at enforcing these, and so we reserve the right to make use of the security agencies or whoever to enforce these. And let me serve notice that if we get anyone who flouts any of these foreign exchange rules, we are ready to take action, and we will enforce the Foreign Exchange Act. Mozart, I believe I've answered you. What was the range? Was that it? I've answered that already. Okay. Anything else? Any other question remaining? Okay, so that's the end of it all. So let me take the opportunity to thank the media for joining us once again. We have answered your questions, but we know that many out there have several other questions. We encourage them to send these questions in. Send your questionnaires. The head of communications is happy to take your questions. We want to provide feedback to society. For the first time, we have radios, media stations from the region joining us directly. All these is meant to improve on the information flow. So we are ready, as I said. Make use of our resources. Go on our website, access our data, do your analysis on your own. Do not depend on what somebody says. Find this out for yourself, and then you can form your expectations accordingly. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing all of you again at the next MPC briefing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman Governor Dr. Joseph Aditi-Siama. You've just watched the 125th Mpc Press Briefing, which was chaired by the Governor of the Central Bank, who's also the Chairman of the MPC. Thank you very much for joining us, and the next MPC will be in September. Thank you.
Hey, so mommy, who is going to do my wade jollof?
Oh, Kwame. You know our secret, right?
Yeah.
Efia.
Yes, me. I've got it.
Now add your Gino jollof mix.
The perfect blend of tomatoes, pepper, and fine herbs and spices to ensure a consistent taste every time. And there you have it, your original Ghana jollof.
Jollof so good.
Jollof so cool. Tasty, yeah.
What is going on here?
Enjoy jollof the Ghana way. Gino jollof is made with the perfect blend of tomatoes, pepper, and fine herbs and spices to ensure a consistent taste every time.
Gino jollof so good.
This advert is FDA approved.